Happy 4th of July. What's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? I want to say something. All these self-entitled blacks that say that they're oppressed by the white man. This is what we live in. So y'all walking around with your $100 Jordans or getting things handed to you because your skin color. You know, I'm glad affirmative action went away. Gone. I'm glad we don't have to worry about your skin color anymore. I don't want to hear about your skin color. I'm sick of hearing about your skin color. I don't care if you're black. I'm sick of blacks getting everything handed to them. You know, all these different organizations for blacks. My wife is fighting for her SSI. I am using my SSI to take care of my disabled wife. I am fighting to get us back into something better. We lost everything during COVID. I'm sick of these white liberals saying that I gotta bow down to the blacks and the black liberals saying that I gotta bow down and kiss their boots. I'm not kissing nobody's boots. I don't care who you are. I'm sick, really sick, of blacks getting housing handed to them. You know, all because they're black, they get houses handed to them. They get cars handed to them. They get clothes handed to them. They get food handed because they're black and they're crying, whining and crying about it. And then they go out and act like a fool in restaurants or riot and loot. And you got these black kids running all over town riding bicycles in front of cars coming head on. They think it's a joke. You see what's going on in France. It's black Africans that are destroying France. These Muslims. That could happen in America if we ain't paying attention. I'm telling you, this 4th of July, we need to stand up with our government and tell our government, fuck you. This 4th of July, we need to stand up and tell all these entitled liberals, white liberals, black liberals, and all these entitled dumbasses, fuck you. I'm sick of it. I'm fighting. I'm fighting to figure out how to get me and my wife into something better, a house. I've got a GoFundMe. Haven't seen a penny out of it. But I'll tell you what, a kid goes to steal a city bike from a white woman, and he gets $114,000. You know, because he's black. You know, on his GoFundMe. See, all the blacks have to do is cry racism. They have to scream racism. And they get $114,000. This young man's going to be walking around with $114,000 in his pocket. And there's so many other different organizations. Look at Black Lives Matter. Because it was Black Lives Matter, they raised $28 million or whatever, however many millions of dollars. I'm sick of hearing about your black entertainment channel, black this, black that, black Israelites, black this. Yeah, I called them out. I'm sick of your bullshit. I'm seriously sick of all this. I'm seriously sick of hearing about black. You're not black, you're brown, dummy. There are a few black people that are truly black, but that's very far and few between. Most of them are not even, they're real light skinned like me, and they're saying, no, I'm black. No, you're not. And besides that, slavery is over and done with. I'm sick of hearing about slavery. I'm sick of hearing about your skin color. I'm sick of hearing about all this stuff You know, you guys got the black college funds. You guys get in just because you're black. You can go, I guarantee you, there's a young man out there that he's black. He goes into a car dealership because he's black. Signs that little thing and he goes into debt for a car. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm pissed off a little bit this 4th of July because I see France burning. And who's doing it? Blacks. I see cities in Democratic run cities like Chicago. Black on black violence is outrageous, but the blacks won't recognize that. They don't care if they kill each other. They just want to complain about the white man killing them. But yet they'll go around and kill white people for sport. They have black young men driving around in cars saying that they just wanted to kill a white person. A lot of times, there's a lot of blacks that end up in prison because they deserve to be there. But yet they'll cry racism. They'll commit a crime and cry victim. Let me tell you something. If I go out and shoot somebody because of race, I'm going to be hung pretty much. But if a black person goes and does it, you never hear about it on the news. I'm sick of hearing about your black whatever. You know, slavery didn't just happen to the black people. It happened to the Irish. My family. Native Americans. My family. I got bloodline of both. See, the Irish were brought over to be slaves. The Chinese were brought over to be slaves. It wasn't just the blacks. See, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and all these other different rich billionaires, they want to enslave the whole world. They're using the black community to destroy these communities. See, the blacks are so sliding into it, and they're doing it to themselves, and they're falling in line with what they want you to do. They want you to destroy communities. They want you to go destroy America, go destroy France, go destroy God knows where else. That's what they want you to do. Rothschilds, you know, the rich white people, those billionaires. You want to destroy something, go after their homes. Go destroy and burn their homes. I'm not calling for that, don't get me wrong, but don't come after my house. Don't come after the cities and towns that we live in. Won't you, if you're angry, won't you learn where to put your anger? These rich billionaires that are sitting in mansions, the White House and everybody else. The White House doesn't mean, to me, it's not a White House anymore, it's a shit house. It doesn't mean shit to me anymore. I'm telling you, the White House has fallen. It's fallen to the tyrannical, treasonous, traitor puppets, man. CIA, FBI, and all these alphabet soup government organizations. And also the LGB whatever alphabet soup. It's fallen. It's fallen to that depravity. It's fallen to those that want to kill you. It's fallen to those that are going to make a profit on you and your wars. And burning and looting and stealing. And they're going to be making profit off of France. Burning and... You don't understand. You're making them richer. They got this planned out. This is their plan. This has been their plan the whole time, is to watch the world burn. And they're getting what they want. Because stupid blacks and stupid white liberals And Democrats and uneducated fools are feeding into their feeding right into what they want. Their agenda is being played out. Y'all just so stupid. They've been putting drugs, liquor stores, and rap music and everything into the black community. For what reason? Brainwashing. Get you hooked on drugs, get you hooked on liquor. They've been focusing on the black community, putting propaganda out there, lying to you, saying you're so oppressed and racism and all this other stuff. They've been lying to y'all. And y'all is too stupid to understand that this is exactly what they wanted. This is exactly their plan. No, but you're going to live for the moment and you're going to be crying that I'm a racist when I'm calling you out on your bullshit. I'm telling you what, I'm glad we live in a country where we have the Second Amendment. Because I'm telling you what, I'm glad we have the First Amendment. I'm glad we have our freedoms here in America. I'm glad we have it. I mean, me and my wife are trying to do better, and our GoFundMe has 0 in it. But yet a young black man cries racism, he gets $114,000. I said that before. But anyways, I'm glad we live in a country where we can stand up and voice our opinion without fear of government. I'm glad we live in a country where we can defend our property and our family. This 4th of July, I'm glad we live in this country. I'm glad I live in the great state of Texas. Texas is the best state in the world, man. Because we don't fuck around down here. I'm telling you what. You try that shit here, you'll probably find somebody that's carrying that will actually answer the call of self-defense. See, for far too long we've been feeding these people on death row and life sentences. You know, they got 500 life sentences and we're feeding them. Why? Why? If they're that bad of a person, why not take them out? And when the sun comes up, leave them hang till the sun go down. For a message, send a message. We ain't fucking around anymore. Fuck around and find out. Let them go meet God. Let them go meet their master called the devil. I'm telling you what. And I'm sorry, if you go to jack a car and you jack a car with a cop in it and he pops you in the chest because you put a gun in his face, you got what you deserve because you fucked around and found out. And I don't hate cops. I call for police accountability. That's all I call for. See, here's the thing. Even cops can be bad and corrupt. Government is corrupt from top to bottom. So I'm telling you, stand up against the corruption in your town, the corruption in your local government. Hold them accountable if you see them doing wrong. Use this device to record them. Never answer questions. I mean, come on, man. There's so much screwed up bullshit in this world. And I'm glad a lot of this old stuff is going away. Like affirmative action. I'm glad a lot of this stuff we're starting to stand up and fight for, our gun rights and our freedom. I don't know if you heard what Massachusetts did. They basically said you can't own a gun. Massachusetts, fuck you. Glad I don't live there. Telling you. All this shit I hear on the news, on the internet, and everything else. I'm glad I live where I live. Am I complaining about our living situation? Yes. But I'm fighting to figure it out. I don't get the privilege of saying because I'm black or putting down in that little box I'm black and I get everything handed to me. I don't get that privilege. See, as a white man, a retired truck driving white mechanical white man that can't do his job anymore because I ruined my back. I worked my ass off trying to pay child support, trying to do all this other stuff, trying to do the right thing and help family members and do this and do that, trying to do the right thing, trying to be the right person. I don't get the privilege of saying because I'm black. I don't get that privilege. And yes, it's black privilege when you can sit there and commit a crime and then cry racism or cry victim. Well, because. Well, you too. I don't get that privilege. Only privilege I get is getting told that a black person wants to come kill me because I'm white. I'm a white redneck, as they said. Only privilege I get is to be told that the white man is the worst thing in the world and I get called cracker and all this other stuff. That's my privilege. My privilege is living in a broken down RE. My privilege is not being able to afford a car. I don't get a car handed to me. Brand new car, Hellcat, Charger, or whatever. I don't get that privilege. I have to work for everything I had, and I still lost everything. Joe Biden can go fuck himself with all this freaking everything going out of the roof, gas and everything else, barely affording food. Fuck you. I don't get that privilege to go down and just take advantage of everything and people not call me out on it because they're too scared to be called racist. They're too scared to be called bigot. They're too scared to be called homophobic. They're too scared to be called something. You know, there's an old saying, sticks and stones may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. See, I don't care what you fucking call me. I really don't. I don't fucking care anymore. You can take your liberal, racist blacks, racist whatever. If you're a racist white man, you take that shit and shove it too. You can take all that shit and shove it up your ass. You can take your corruption in your government and shove it up your ass. My freedom is mine. God gave me that freedom, not you. I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to bow down to you just because you say that the Bible says this and Jesus wasn't white. He wasn't black either. He wasn't really. He was whatever. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what color he was. We don't care what color he was. I don't care if his name is Joshua or whatever. He's Jesus Christ to me. Joshua or whatever it was. I don't care. Jesus Christ is Jesus Christ to me. And that's who I look to. Even though I'm pissed off, and God forgive me for being pissed off. God forgive me for being frustrated to the point of seeing this world burning, basically. You know. God forgive me for my wife fighting for her SSI and trying to do everything she can, but yet we can't get to the doctor because we don't have a car. I'm doing my best to take care of my wife. I'm doing my best to dump every penny I got every month into taking care of both of us. But yet I don't get shit handed to me for free. See, so many times these blacks in these cities, they get everything handed to them free, and then you see these cities where the fentanyl problems are out of control. You see these zombies on the streets just so fucked up out of their brains, man, laying in the streets. You see these kids running wild on these ATVs and motorcycles and bicycles, going in front of cars, carjacking and everything else. Fuck all this shit. But God forgive me for being mad. God forgive me for being so mad at my fellow human beings. And I said, yes, human beings. I don't care what color you are. Because there's one race, human beings. God created us all. But God forgive me for being mad and pissed off. But I woke up mad this morning because I was my brain, I was sleeping and I woke up thinking, I don't know why I woke up thinking, man, I'm sick of this shit. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of trying to help family. I'm sick of trying to help everybody. And I get nothing out of it, seems like. I mean, God, I get, the family I do have now is awesome. The family I have all over is awesome. I love my family. All of them, my brothers, sisters, everybody. I love them all. They're awesome. I get sick of being told that I should just help people and expect nothing out of it. I expect something out of it. Something. I mean, come on. I get sick of being told by the media that I should just bow down and kiss the black people's feet. And Whoopi Goldberg could kiss my ass. I get sick of people like Whoopi Goldberg living in these fucking mansions and gated communities telling me that I should just, I'm the worst person in the world just because of skin color. I get sick of a daily pounding of this propaganda pushed by the fake news. I get sick of the CIA and FBI and Homeland Security and ATF and everybody else telling me I can't own a piece of plastic called a pistol brace or a shroud or the flippy thingy that goes on your shoulder that one of them said. I get sick of hearing this all the time. I get sick of a lot of things. I wake up to a beautiful morning. I love it. But my mind is so fucked up from this world being the way it is right now. Doctors tell me I'm anxiety, bipolar, ADHD, personality, whatever. All these different diagnoses they put on you. And then they try to slam big pharmaceutical medicines down your throat. I don't take pharmaceuticals because the only thing it's ever done for me is made me sick. Now, because I did take it for so many years, I'm fighting with my health. Fighting with my back, my shoulders, and a bunch of other things. Delivering loads across this country. I've been all 48 states. I've seen this country from coast to coast. Not many people can say they did that. God, thank you for letting me see all that. Thank you for letting me see the beauty in this world that you created, but yet man is destroying. Man is destroying the beauty that God created. Yeah, am I pissed off? Yeah, because you're destroying what God gave us. You're destroying that thing and you're turning away from God. And you're trying to use these labels to destroy what God created. You're allowing these billionaires like Bill Gates and everybody else to destroy your health because they want to put a jabby jab in you. They said that they want you to be under a one world government, one world health organization, one world everything. But yet you're too stupid to see it. They want you to be so greedy that you've got to have everything. They want you to be so greedy that you'll loot and steal and destroy and carjack and everything else. And you think it's just, hey, that's the cool thing to do. No, it's not. That's the dead thing to do. And if you're out committing crimes and you get shot and killed, I don't care. I really honestly don't care anymore. Every time I hear about somebody getting shot and killed because they carjacked somebody, or they get ran over because they're protesting in the middle of a fucking road, I don't care. You made your choice. You made your bed, lie in it. That's your bed. You made the choice, and you put that person in that position where they had to defend themselves, or they had to, because of rioting and looting, and you're beating on the side of the vehicle, they had to drive off and defend themselves with the car. You made your choice. You put them in a position where they didn't have a choice. See, too many people are too easily to blame the victim. Oh, he only shot my son because he's black. He's robbing the store. Oh, well. Come on, man. Seriously. People are so easy to blame the victim, not the person that's doing the crime, or putting the victim in that position where they do have to defend themselves. And all this Hollywood, oh yeah, let me talk about this too. This pisses me off, and I can't do nothing about it. All this adrenochrome and child trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking. This perversion of a man dancing in his underwear in front of children during Pride Month. In front of children, bouncing his thing, his junk, in front of children. Yeah, that pisses me off. But if I go up there and I go to even touch him, law enforcement will put me in jail, not him. Not for pedophilia, not for lewd and lascivious acts, which is a crime. That's lewd and lascivious acts. They won't put me in jail, or him in jail. They'll put me in jail for trying to stop it and trying to prevent it. See, law enforcement is taking the side of these pedophiles. See, LA, I don't know how many people know it, but LA badge, sheriff badge, actually in the points, has the pedophile symbol in it. Go look it up. Go look up the FBI pedophile symbols. You can find that online. And then you look up the LA badge and look at the points. Tell me. And LA is one of the worst because they're allowing it. It's like Chicago is one of the worst. Democratic liberal run. So tell me that they're on our side. They're here to protect and serve us, the law-abiding citizens. No. They're not here to protect us. They're here to violate our rights, steal our homes, steal our money. They're here to... yes, they do good. Yes, cops do good. But if I drop you in a pit of rattlesnakes, which one's going to bite you? You don't know. So that's why you got to be on your guard 100%. You walk through a city. Let's say I went to walk through a city, big city somewhere. I got to be on my guard. My head's got to be on a swivel because I'm afraid I'm going to get jumped and attacked by one of these thugs or running around, these criminals. And criminals come in all shades and colors. I'm afraid I'm going to get jumped, get robbed, get looted. And if I drop one dead out of self-defense, who are they going to prosecute? Most likely me, because I stood my ground for self-defense. That's not the way the Second Amendment works, man. If I drop you dead because out of self-defense, I walk away with my gun in my holster. No questions asked. I'm telling you, man. That's the way the Second Amendment's supposed to work. But yet, law enforcement will try to spin it and turn it against the law-abiding citizen that stood up and defended himself. Same thing with homeowners. They'll try to spin it. See, law enforcement will walk in your house without a warrant, which that shouldn't be. No-knock warrants. They'll destroy your house and just tell you, oh, well, we fucked up. It's your problem now. You're homeless, but we don't care. We, the government, destroyed your house, but we don't care. There's a story of a SWAT team went in and destroyed this old man's house. Blew the walls out inside and out. I mean, completely, all of the walls. For what reason? There's many stories of cops walking up to the wrong house, shooting and killing people. That's why I call police for police accountability. I'm tired of hearing about all this stuff. I'm tired of hearing about all this stuff. Like I said, I started with the blacks. I went for the rest of them too. I'm going for the throat. If you're a white fucking liberal that's living in a delusional world that thinks you're a man being a woman, woman being a man, whatever, all this other delusional bullshit, I don't support it. If you think that you're a dog or a cat, I don't want you near my family. I don't want that fucked up bullshit. No, that's not the way it is. No. Because once all the pharmaceuticals go away and you can't depend on your drugs anymore to make you a woman or a man from the opposite gender, and you don't have all the surgeries, the doctors go away, you're probably most likely going to 6 feet under. See, pharmaceutical, they're making slaves. See, it's that slavery never went away. It just changed its tone a little bit. You know, they wanted drug-induced slavery. They wanted financial-induced slavery. They wanted you to live under this tyrannical rule. Slavery never went away. The black community is living under race baiting, race hustling, slavery. Their mindset is under race baiting, race hustling, slavery, because they can't get over the fact that some black man could be lying to them. Oh, he's black, he wouldn't lie to us. He's black, he wouldn't rob us blind. He's black, he wouldn't shoot my kids. See, propaganda has never been pushed harder than it has been in the black communities. Wonder why? Because they want to use them as useful idiots to further along this agenda of a one world government. You know, the communists always had that term, useful idiots. And what do we got in France? A bunch of useful idiots running around, burning classic cars, doing all this stuff. And they're from Africa. Just saying. I don't fucking care. You'll find out. I get pissed off at hearing this stuff. When me and my wife are struggling. I get pissed off hearing these blacks joking that every family member in their house is getting $3,000 a month. I mean, every one of them. There's 10 of them living in a freaking mansion of a house. Because of their skin color. I don't know. Just pissed off at this stuff. But happy 4th of July. Stand up for your freedom and your liberties and your constitutional rights. You better learn your constitutional rights because they're going away very fast. Law enforcement hates when they're recorded. Law enforcement is the foot soldiers to this tyrannical one world government. They don't even understand it. Useful idiots. Most of law enforcement doesn't even understand what constitutional rights and laws are. You have stories coming out where they have relaxed the hiring guideline for law enforcement so much that law enforcement is putting people in there that should not be law enforcement. Our military, look what's happening to our military. We got freaking men in there and women in there that think that they're men or men, whatever, you know, you get the idea. Our military is being made to be a joke. The Chinese want to come in and destroy us. The Chinese are gearing up for war, and we're gearing up for transgenderism and pedophilia and race hustling and race baiting and race wars and this and that. We're gearing up for all this bullshit. America, you need to wake up. Here real soon we're going to see blue hats, Chinese soldiers. We're going to see Russia. We're going to see everybody here. See these illegal immigrants that have been poured across the borders, burning and looting our cities, which they're doing in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington anyways, and other places, LA and everywhere else, who God knows where. I don't even understand where. Need to wake up. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of fighting to make a life, and the government coming in and stealing it, and then all these thieves and these thugs and everything else come and steal everything else. I'm just tired of it fighting. I'm tired of fighting the world. I'm tired of hearing fighting against trying to make myself just as good as anybody else, but I can't because I'm told that the white man is such a bad person. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of all this bullshit. That's why there's times I don't post videos, very many videos on here, because I have so much to say and so much to share. And yes, I'm a pissed off American. I'm just tired of it. So God bless. Happy 4th of July. Didn't realize this video was going to be 30 whatever minutes. 40 minutes, whatever. Because I have so much to say. I can't go out and make these fancy videos, and I'm not a fancy person. I'm me. I don't drive a fancy car. I don't have the privileges of some of these rich white kids sitting playing video games to make money. I don't have those privileges. I don't play video games because I get my head's fucked up from pharmaceuticals, and it makes me sick to watch those video games. I get that sickness. The action on the TV makes me feel sick. There's so many things, you know, and you see these kids that play for hours on end, and they're so fucking overweight, and you see all these, oh, here's another thing. I didn't realize it was going to go on any longer. I thought I was about done. But apparently I'm not. I see these fat people, 800, fucking 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 800 pounds, whatever fucking hell many pounds, saying that this fat is the new beautiful. No, it's not. It's the new ugly. It's disgusting looking. When you're that big, you have a problem. I'm telling you. You see these models, these women on here shaking their ass on YouTube and everything else, and they're getting paid by these perverted men that just, oh God, she's so sexy. I want to doink her. You know, you see all this bullshit going on. I don't know. Girls can shake their ass and make millions. Us white guys, poor white guys like us, we can't do that. God forbid if we did that, tried that. People would look at us and say, what the fuck, dude? Seriously? God forbid if we exercise our constitutional rights, you know, carrying our gun, we get some Karen that calls the cops. Or we get some cop that wants to put a name on his chest and on his roster. I arrested that dude because he was carrying his gun and he was exercising his First Amendment, recording me. But all these fat ass women and women shaking their ass, being nothing but hoes and sluts on the OnlyFans and everything else. Got big O. Geez. These ghetto ass looking black girls pumping their ass full so they can have a bigger ass to impress the guys. Pumping their boobs full. That goes for the white women too. They're trying to fit into that false narrative. Pump that silicone in there. Or the guys that pump the freaking oil just so they can look like they have big muscles, but yet now that oil, now their fucking body's fucked up because they thought it was a good idea. Fuck that shit. I can't shake my ass and make money. You don't want to see my hairy ass. And no, gay men, I'm not going to shake my ass for you either. Because I don't want you to fucking even come near me. Fuck you. See, all the sin in this world is going to meet one final end. It's all got to go to one final end. And that final end says that God's going to judge them. Going to judge me too. All this stuff's going to come to an end someday. And it says in the Bible that we're going to destroy ourselves. We're seeing the world destroy itself, eat itself. It's a snake eating its own tail. Freaking wind turbines. The Green New Deal that they're trying to push. You realize those things only last, what, 10, 15 years or whatever, and then they bury them in a landfill? All the tires that are burning out in the Middle East or whatever, what, 20-some million tires that are burning? Oh, it's climate change. Yeah, guys are causing it. All this plastic being produced. Plastic. And there's no way to recycle it or really truly recycle that much plastic. They told us to get rid of jars because jars shouldn't be reused. No, if you use jars, glass jars again, you can actually do it. You can actually clean them and sterilize them. But yet plastic only got a shelf life of so many times, man. Throw it away, it's just cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper to pollute the planet and destroy it. And then you have climate activists crying because we're polluting the world. Yeah, you're right. We freaking humans are. Try to do scrap metal recycling, but get kicked out of a freaking RV park because some landlord doesn't like the fact I'm trying to do a fucking job and support my wife. And she's got a stick up her ass for me. We lost our home because of her. We lost our vehicle because of her. We lost everything, man, during COVID, man. When COVID hit, I couldn't make no money to help support my wife. I was doing good before COVID hit. And when COVID hit, I was scrap metal recycling. Dr. Fauci, man, running around telling us we should get the jab. And then, oh, wait, no, he's lying on the other hand. Oh, wait, he had to deal with the AIDS, too. So imagine that. The Bush family. I can't, man, there's so many things I have in my head. To all these rich fucking billionaires and the Freemasons and Illuminati and Skull and Bones and all this other stuff. And then the Freemason, Free Illuminati is trying to tell us they're not a part of this world organization group. One world government. Bullshit. Tell me you're not. It's all satanic Satanism. Fucking Hollywood's full of it. They're drinking the blood of children. They're buying children. just so they can have a status symbol. The trafficking, Evergreen, man. You ever look up Hillary Clinton's call sign, Evergreen? Look at all these Evergreen containers that had children in them being shipped all over the fucking world. Or human trafficking or whatever. Hillary Clinton is the Clinton family is a fucking bunch of dumbasses. I don't make very many videos because I got so much to say. Just because I can't get it all in one video. I can't put it out there. But if y'all would, I do have a GoFundMe. Go check it out. At this point, I'm wondering if it's even going to do any good to keep the GoFundMe. Because my skin's not black. I didn't try to steal a city bike from a nurse. A pregnant nurse at that. And granted, go help every GoFundMe that is for a sick child. If you ever see one that says for a sick child, an actual sick child, go for it. Help them. Help them before me. Because we'll figure it out somehow. But at that sick child, they need your help. You see GoFundMes or charities for sick children, help them. For veterans, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for dying for this country that is a fucking mess. Thank you for fighting for my rights and my freedom. Thank you. I know you didn't intend for this country to be the way it is, and your fellow soldiers that you watched die didn't intend for this country to be the way it is. But thank you anyways. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the right to live in this free country. For those that are standing up for rights and freedom, San Joaquin and everybody else, First Amendment auditors. The First Amendment auditors, Second Amendment constitutional auditors, cop watchers, police accountability. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. Thank you. And if you look up San Joaquin or High Desert Community Watch, all them people like that, there's a whole list of auditors. Look them up. They need your support. Support them. Because they're fighting for your First Amendment. They're fighting the government. Support them. For people that are standing up against the FBI, dressing up in these white masks, or dressing up, putting the masks on and trying to act like Antifa. Fuck Antifa. Fuck Antifa. God dang it. But they're trying to incite riots on J6. For those people that are fighting for freedom, thank you. Support them. For Trump, yeah, man. Trump. Do I think he's the ultimate best? Probably not, but he's the best we got right now. I was a DeSantis guy until I decided, him and his George Soros connection is too much for me. So, yeah. Support Trump. Support the people that are working for Trump or working with Trump, trying to get this country back online. We need to shut down Washington, D.C. The corporation of the United States, shut it down. Because the Queen is dead. And we don't fucking care. The king that's sitting in that chair is not a real king. He's a fucking douchebag. Child pedophile douchebag. Fuck you. All these kings that put these crowns on, those crowns mean nothing. All these senators that put a label on their chest and say, I'm a senator, I'm a whatever. Fuck you. Don't fucking care anymore. It's nothing, man, anymore. Our government is nothing anymore. The White House is in the Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, has never actually been a part of the United States, and people need to wake up to that fact. They're not. We're paying taxes to a company, a corporation, not our government. See, the Federal Reserve doesn't belong to us, with the people. It belongs to some private bank, which should never be. There's so much. We should never have to get my opinion, you should never have to get a driver's license or insurance for your vehicle. If you wreck, you must pay. This world's so fucked up, man. Everything's just so fucked up. What, veterans, freedom fighting, constitutional fighting, militias, constitutional true militias. Thank you. Thank you. Happy 4th of July to y'all. To those bikers that are badasses and they're willing to stand up and defend those that can't defend themselves. You know, the Christian Bikers Association and a bunch of them. To those outlaw bikers, don't fucking care about you, really, I'll be honest with you, because I grew up around a bunch of them. There's some good ones in there, there's some bad ones in there, and if you're smoking crack and calling yourself outlaw bikers and you're committing crimes, you deserve the same as everybody else. Go to jail, go to prison, go 6 feet under, I don't care. But to the good ones, thank you. God bless. I'm going to try to end it here, but there's so much more I want to say, but I can't. I mean, it's already 52 minutes. Or, yeah. I don't know. I'm just... so much I want to say right now. But to my constitutional rights and freedom fighting people that are not as scared to stand up for what they believe in, and people not afraid to voice their opinion, and not afraid to stand up for freedom, stand up to those people that are getting everything handed to them, or getting all this perverted privilege on our children, in our school boards, and in our schools. You're not afraid to stand up against that. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. To all those criminals, thugs, perverts, tyrannical, treasonous government, and all the rest of the sin in this world, you know, satanic, one world government, Hollywood, Satanism, and all this other. Fuck you. Don't fucking care about you. You know who you are. But God bless to those God-fearing people that knows that God's going to come back someday. And we're going to stand and be judged. Happy 4th of July. God bless. To those black people that stand with us, and they see the frustration in our eyes, and they understand that we're one, we're brothers and sisters in Christ, we're brothers and sisters Americans, we're one, we're fellow human beings, we're not a race, we're human beings. Thank you. God bless you. To those people of every color, skin color, thank you if you stand with us. God bless you if you stand with us. If you stand as fellow human beings fighting for freedom, thank you. Sorry this was so long, but I had so much to say. Happy 4th of July. God bless. Be safe. Light off them fireworks. Have fun. Celebrate. Eat. Do whatever you're going to do. But remember, this world's falling apart as we're partying. This world's falling apart as we're celebrating our Independence Day. The 4th of July. We need to stand up for our independence. We need to stand up for our freedom, our constitutional rights. God bless. Have a good day. Happy 4th of July.